Welcome to Live Edge, episode number next. Tonight, we're going to talk about woodworking full time, what it's like being a full time woodworker. My name's Matt.
I'm Amy.
This is Live Edge 731 Woodworks. I almost got it right. Almost.
Every week we get it wrong.
Tonight, we have a guest, Mr. Mike Weibel from 716 Woodworks on here on YouTube. He went April 1st as a full time woodworker. We're going to discuss that with him, the ups, the downs, how it's going. And any other type of business-related questions you have to that, we're going to try to get to those. If you can drop them in the chat, we'll try to keep up with those. I don't have any.
We'll try to get to them. But if we don't get to your question, put it in there again if we get too far
if we
down.
miss it, go ahead and put it in there again. I want to show you tonight's Sawdust Spotlight. That's it, right?
That's it.
The Sawdust Spotlight is from Jason Campbell. He says he thinks he overdid the bed, but I think it looks awesome.
I do too. But you know, I'm having a hard time seeing the bed because that dog is so dainty.
That's pretty dope.
That dog is just perfect.
That's awesome.
Look at that dog, y'all.
It's a really good build.
Great Dane?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
How awesome is that? That's cool.
That's awesome. Awesome. Y'all are already dropping those states for me. Keep on.
Drop the states where you're from. We'd like to know.
Hey,
and
Cheryl.
we will shout those out.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep doing that. And if you want to go ahead and bring Mr. Mike on.
I will. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys.
Go on, man.
Nothing. Thanks so much for having me on.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man. So
yeah, it's really cool.
You went full time as a woodworker on April 1st, right?
Yep.
And before that, what did you do?
I was a machinist in a factory.
Okay. So this is not necessarily a different, I mean, it's wood versus machinery, but I think it's kind of in the same working with your hands type thing, right?
Yep, it's fabricating, you know, making something from nothing.
That's right. So how's it going so far?
So far it's pretty good. I'm steady. You know, a little nervous, but I'm still getting my toes wet.
Tell us how scary that was for you.
Oh man, taking that leap is really a legit leap of faith. Because man, there's no going back. And you know, I felt like now was the time. I was coming off of an elbow injury. I had broken my elbow and had my radial head replaced. And while I was out of work is when I found you, Matt, and started watching. And I mean, I've been woodworking for almost 20 years, and I've been close a couple times, but this time I just thought it was time to jump in, you know?
Awesome. So what's your biggest seller? What are you making the most of?
I think right now it's the farmhouse end tables, and I've been getting these orders for desks and like an L-shaped desk, the regular desks, not very complicated, not like with drawers or anything, just the farmhouse style, but big, you know, and some big tables.
I think a lot of those desks are more and more people are working from home. And so, you know, even after everything's opening back up, even so, but there's still a lot of people that are still working from home or doing meetings from home and things like that.
Right.
I think
so.
Signs is asking, do you ship nationwide or locally?
I only ship the big ones locally. Or I deliver them basically. I don't ship anything. Just like, you know, I've heard you guys talk about it before. The freight to ship something is just not worth what, you know.
Yeah, it can get up there to a couple $100 just to ship something, and you have to package it securely so it doesn't get damaged. In other words, wrap it, build a crate around it. You know, if it's like imagine shipping a farmhouse table that's already assembled, you've got to build a crate around it so that it doesn't, and then pack it in there so it doesn't get damaged in shipping. So you're talking several $100s more on top of what they're already paying. I mean, it'd be hard for me to believe it unless you're just some, you know, sought after builder that somebody's going to pay that to have it shipped across the country.
Hey, we have a first liver here tonight. Elijah Lancaster has watched every episode of the show. But this is the first time live.
Welcome live.
Elijah.
Welcome. Yep.
Glad to have you here.
And so is T. Griffin. Same thing. We got 2 new livers. So that's awesome.
Nice.
And Becca, you're not late. You're just on time.
So I ship small items, obviously flags and stove covers and things like that. Are you gotten into that yet, or are you still just local?
I'm still just local. I have a 10 by 10 spot that I run at a consignment store, and I do have my website, but it's just I'm not gaining any traction on it. It just seems like right now my Facebook ads are what's just driving it crazy.
So are you posting on Marketplace?
No, I run the ads. So I started my Facebook business page, and then I pay for my ads to be seen.
Yeah.
And it's pretty neat. It's got like a 50-mile radius, and it's a circle, and you can kind of position it, maybe in the higher income areas or something like that.
You can really target specific demographics with those ads. Like, it gets really specific. It's kind of scary how specific you can get.
Yeah, it's crazy because my YouTube channel is like 99.9% men.
Yep.
And all my sales are through women.
Yeah.
We've got a video or a live on that before.
Yeah, because we're the shoppers.
The they're the ones that spend the money, and it's a proven fact. Like, there's been tons and tons of research. The women spend the money on home stuff. We buy tools.
Hold on, we got a couple more new.
Okay.
Yeah, before they go away, Keenan Carver and Kathleen are also new livers tonight. So I want to give them a shout out really quick. Oh, Jason Wallace too. Oh my goodness.
Welcome.
I think we were just so excited to know that you were on here tonight, Mike.
Yes, so, right.
H2 Woodshop wants to know, what area are you doing business in? Where are you located?
So I'm just south of Buffalo, New York. So I'm not far from Niagara Falls. I'm not far from Lake Erie. And that's part of my problem with my Facebook ads is you pay for how many people to see it.
Right.
So I don't know if it's a blessing or a disguise, but a lot of my radius is over Lake Erie or in southern Ontario.
Yeah.
And so, but I guess if they're going to show it to X number of people, it actually makes my area a little bit better.
Right.
The area I have will be seen more because they're not broadcasting to the middle of the lake.
So you're in a fairly populated area, right?
Yeah, I'm rural. I'm an hour south of Buffalo.
Okay.
So I live in farmland.
Chris's workshop is new tonight too.
Hey, Chris.
Welcome, Chris.
So is Patrick.
The Moonlight Craftsman said, "Yep, the women spend the money."
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Even when we were making the sale, I don't know that I sold to a man ever, other than a flag. Now, I've sold some flags and things like that, but furniture items, as far as I can remember, everyone was a female. And so that's something like we've talked about that. I know we did a video on that. Yeah, because you did. It was her video. It was sell to me or something. She's holding some money.
Oh yeah.
And so that's who makes the decisions on buying. So that's who I always recommend you target as far as when you're staging that stuff. You got to kind of. I let her. That's why she does it. It's because she can get in that same mind space.
Okay, so we have a couple things. Lloyd Wagoner says that he is super glad to have Mike on here because he's a great guy.
Yep.
And then Married Man wants to know, a question for you, Mike. In addition to woodworking, you started a YouTube channel. How does having a YouTube channel conflict? I can't speak. Conflict with the woodworking business, and what are your lessons learned by going full time in YouTube? It's a lot.
Okay, so there's a lot there.
Popped it on the screen for you too.
Okay, so the doing the YouTube and the builds, like everybody knows that the builds take so long, and a build video to me it's really hard, and that's what everybody wants. It seems like, so it's I had to cut down dramatically on my build videos because I can't build something in a week, and record it and edit it, which I'm not very good at yet. So there's a lot of hours where I'm just still learning, and
That's
you
what
know,
I told her. We've been talking about it the last couple of weeks is finding an editor for our videos because that's like 3 or 4 days a week that I edit, and then that only gives me 2 or 3 days to actually build something. And so right
right,
now I'm trying to work in the shop. I'm building my workbench, and it's making a really big workbench. So I'm trying to make it.
Taken away from him answering the
Oh, I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
He was
oh, that's okay. Is your workbench walnut?
Yeah, it's got walnut legs, and it's gonna have
I
emerald.
saw it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Back to the question.
Oh, no.
Back to the question.
Cool, cool.
Cindy Weibel is brand new with us tonight
Awesome.
too.
How
All
does
right.
having or what are your lessons learned by going full time and YouTube so far?
So I guess if I had to take away from it, like this is a great time in my life right now. I'm doing something that I want to do. I work 25 steps away from my back door. Like this is great, but the struggle is real trying to do build videos and keep production at a decent pace. I
Yeah,
would say that's probably the hardest thing right now because even just the regular jobs, you say, "Oh man, this would have been a great one to film," but I got deadlines.
hmm yeah. I mean,
So
you gotta do what's paying the bills. So you just kind of got to pick
right,
one or the other kind of thing.
right. So I'm gonna try to be a little more efficient. Like coming from a factory background, it's like efficiency is everything.
Yeah.
The less steps you have to take, the better. And
hmm
so I try to run everything like a production run. I've been doing that for so long that it's almost second nature.
Yeah.
It's hard to find your step when you go full time, I think,
hmm
because
Right.
I think, like for him, I don't think his mind has completely converted over to the fact that he's not doing the other job. And so I kind of see that, how hard that's got to be for y'all.
It's
Oh yeah, it's definitely hard.
so
Hmm.
a lot like for me, the the challenge is routine. So
Hmm.
I'm a very routine oriented person, and before I had a routine because I knew what I had to do when I went to work, and I knew what time I was going to be working for the next 8 months. I knew exactly what my schedule was every day. Well, now I'm trying to budget time for the shop and budget time for editing, and it's kind of trying to get all that going. Plus, you know, regular stuff. That's just got
Oh
to balance.
yeah, and then like marketing, like I can't believe how much time. That's probably my biggest weakness right now is I don't spend the time on social media
Yeah.
like I should be, to promote a business. But it just, to me, as long as the Facebook ads are bringing in the cash,
Yeah.
I'll stay with that for a while. But I'm trying to find, like you said, a routine where, because I'm in the shop every day at 8 o'clock and I work until 6:30, which sounds like a long day, but I was working 8 to 4:30, and it was an hour commute to the city each
hmm
way. So, I'm still gone out of the house the same amount of time. It just happens that my commute's
Yeah.
15 seconds.
And you get to
Hey,
eat lunch at home too.
a lot of them are
Yeah.
having trouble hearing us. They said they can hear Mike.
It's probably because I was away from the mic.
Okay, well you need to stay at your mic. What's my we're
You're
doing
on
here?
number one.
I
I'm number two.
know. I turned yours up. Okay, we'll try that. Y'all let us know if you still can't hear.
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right. I think it's you that they can't hear. I think Mike is
Yep.
fine. I think it's you.
H2 wants to know: do you consider yourself more of a woodworker or a content creator?
Oh, right now, I have to say a woodworker.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I was a content creator. I'm trying to put in those hours, but I got a long ways to go.
Oh, dang it! They can't hear me or you, but they can hear Mike. Some of
Well,
some of them can hear fine. Okay, I don't know. So I have a question for you from Brent French. What percentage of your orders come from Facebook compared to your consignment shop?
shop.
I think it's what that's.
Okay. Right. So my consignment shop, I build the products and put them in there. So they're already made and somebody pays cash for those. all my Facebook ads are custom made, half down, non-refundable deposit, and 8 to 10 weeks for delivery. And I charge for delivery. As far as my Facebook ads, I think it goes 50 miles. So I'll deliver for $30, even if it's, an hour each way. I'm not really making the money, but I try to do that on evenings and weekends. So I'll take the wife with me. We'll go out to eat somewhere out there. And,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a good way to do it.
I had a question popped in my head and I
it's
forgot.
just me that they can't hear y'all. I'm right there. I'm really close, right?
Oh, you said you take a deposit. Tell me why that is.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm afraid that somebody's either going to back out or not want it. And at that point, it's non-refundable. And I was so uncomfortable asking for that at first. And it turns out that a lot of times the people pay me in full, or, they'll give me their deposit willingly, no problem. So haven't run into the problem.
So how you was talking right before the show, you were talking about you've got orders placed with you for several weeks out, correct?
Right.
So that to me tells me obviously making good stuff and they're desirable stuff. The fact that they give you that deposit is them basically getting their spot in line, I think, and I think that's driving a lot of that. That helps.
Right. Yeah. And I only I don't know if I heard it on your live stream or not, but I only guarantee that price for a couple weeks because of the lumber prices.
Yeah, everything's fluctuating so bad. It's starting to come down a little bit, I think, or at least locally it is. What about on your end? They coming down a little bit?
So. I just paid $51 for a piece of particle board.
That hurts.
A sheet of particle board. I mean, that is like the lowest grade. That was just for a project around the house, and I couldn't believe it was $50.
That hurts.
At my hairdresser at the salon this week, they were talking about the price of lumber. The hairdressers, they're like, we had to go buy 2 pieces of plywood because they just moved into a different building, and we had to pay, and I can't remember what they said now, but they were like. They're like, I don't know what all these people are going to do if they're in the middle of building houses. They're going to build a $400,000 house that's going to be worth $100,000.
Yeah.
So
it's affecting everybody.
On your Facebook ads, how are you doing those? Are you making the post of the project that like something you've already built, and then
right? So, yep. So I have pictures and drawings of everything because I can't even find the time to learn how to make a pattern yet.
Right.
I tried a couple times, but that's another couple hours that I just don't have.
That's right.
So I'm thinking about hiring one of the kids to do that.
4321 wants to tell you congrats on the 1,000 subs recently on your YouTube channel.
Awesome. Right on. Thank you. That was pretty exciting.
Ken Kincaid, he's doing that so that you guys can hear our guest.
What? Leaned up on the mic?
He said that if you would use the end instead of the side.
I know, but
normally we do, but in order to hear Mike, we have to kind of do it that way. So
it works. So the way that works is through the streaming software, you'll hear Mike fine on YouTube, but when we upload it to as a podcast and it's going through the Rodecaster, it has to be picked up through the mic. So that's why.
So it's just
because I don't know what to do.
It's just this whole thing. Yeah, if y'all have a better idea, please tell us.
Oh my God. Yeah, so with my Facebook ads, I take the pictures and I actually make like 4 posts, and it will randomly go through those and spread them out. I don't know how it decides who it shows an end table to versus a coffee table, but they all get an equal amount of airtime, I guess. I don't know what you call it.
On the so you can like when for the website, on my woodworking plans, I was buying Facebook ads at $20 a day. I think it was.
But you were making.
But I was making exponentially amount more than that. But all of a sudden they just stop. And I was
Yeah.
researching that, and it said that certain ads will only be effective for like 2-3 weeks, and then they'll go flat. And then if you have to, they want you to make a new ad with a new video or picture or whatever. It's kind of that's the way I got that.
Huh. I haven't run into that, but I've been changing them frequently enough, I guess, to stay in line. You know.
You got people
Yep.
that are jumping and subscribing
Yep.
to you real quick as we're talking right now. So
Hey,
that's awesome.
I've also linked Mike's channel in the description of this video. If you want to go click that, it'll take you right to his channel, and you can subscribe there too.
So
Right on. Thank you.
here's a question for you from Ancient Tom. I've been cutting pieces for a build from a slightly warped sheet of plywood. Is there a way to straighten these pieces?
I'm gonna say no. I don't know of any. Put it that way.
It depends on
Plywood. I mean, if it depends if you're gonna like have it on a frame, you know, that will straighten it out. But by itself,
right.
I don't know of a way.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, either you might could
Hey, Gary DeRuiter.
trial and error. If you've already got the piece and it's not any good to use, you might could like spritz it with a little water and weight it down and hope for the. I don't know.
Lawrence Lunsford says that if you are not subscribed to Woodcraft 716's channel, go do it now. Mike's a super guy, definitely worth subscribing to. Thank you for saying that,
Please,
Lawrence.
thank you, Lawrence. He's always leaving the best comments and advice.
Yeah.
I always tell him he leaves the best comments and advice.
That's awesome.
Said Mike is missing his beard.
Yeah, it's there. It's just like, you know, I had to get squeaky clean for the show tonight.
Somebody, a great grandpa a while ago, made a super chat and said trim the mustache to him.
Been growing this for 2 weeks, y'all.
Man, I like that. I saw a video of you guys in the car with your mustaches.
Yeah. See that? I showed again. It's a sense.
That was cool.
I swear, this guy right here, oh, him and these mustaches. That is the worst app or
That's
whatever.
an awesome filter.
Filter, whatever it is, that's the worst thing that could have ever been bestowed upon him.
It may be
is
too much
awful.
power for me.
It is way too much. It is way more than he can handle.
I tried to get Married Man to make his own beard stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's got a real big, nice beard.
Yeah. All right. Just because we're talking about it, real quick.
Gosh.
Check it out. That's good stuff right there. I love it. It's awesome. There you go.
Cool. You're a good sport, Amy.
Around the other day. I can't quit laughing at it. It's too funny. It's too funny. Come on, Joe.
Really?
It's good.
He cannot help himself.
Okay, I've been watching that video.
Swear.
Well, we done it Sunday on the way home from church, and I've been doing it ever since.
I told our members only tonight. Last night we're in bed watching TV. I'm over there on my iPad, not paying attention to anything, and he falls out laughing. I look over. He's watching the video. He watches it over and over and over.
It's awesome.
Man. Jeez.
So what, so far to you,
Awesome, Stephanie.
has been the biggest struggle woodworking full time?
Man, I don't know. I think the hardest part right now is trying to keep everything in order. I'm so afraid of forgetting a receipt or, you know, or not getting enough at the lumber store. And it's like, I have so many lists in my shop right now, and I'm not even sure which one's for which. I have to look at them. And, you know, I think by writing it down, it's a good idea. But then when there's a pile of write downs, it doesn't do you any good, you know?
You got to find out which one it is.
Oh my goodness. All right.
So
we got some stuff going. 4321 wants to know if you're going to do more with Masca products in the future now that you've tested all the jigs. Seen you ended up at the Masca.
Probably with Masca.
Oh yeah, they I did my Masca review, and they sent me an email saying that it was on their webpage.
Yeah.
Aww.
They're
And,
really good people.
So it's in the pictures. Oh yeah, I I gave you a little shout out there, man, about your little bundle because that's just so awesome.
Aw.
They've been good to us for sure.
Mr. Jim C says if looks could kill, Amy would be heading to jail.
That's one.
And then Damon Barber is the Sawdust Shop. Wants to know, are you a faithful supporter of the Green Door or are you a traitor? Asking for a friend.
Oh man, this is a tough one. But no, I like the Green Door. I there's a house that I passed not just within the last week that had a green door, and I can't remember where it is. I was going to send you a picture of it. It is like the same color green
Awesome.
door.
That is awesome.
Stephanie says she likes how the mustache jumps on the mow.
I do too. That was
That's
the funny
what
part.
made me laugh. That's
It went,
why.
"Yoop."
That's why at the end of that video I was laughing because I saw it like jump on her. And that part was hilarious.
See, I told you it's funny.
That was the only funny part.
That was funny. Patrick Kerfoot wants to know, question for us both. At what point were you confident
Yes,
enough to
Becca.
start selling your products?
I've been trying, like I said, I've been trying to do this for a long time, so I don't have a problem trying to push it on somebody. I feel like the quality is good, and I ask a fair price, and so I'm a pretty outgoing person and pretty approachable, so I like to just get it out there as soon as you can, especially like Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
If they come and pick it up, or if you have to drop it off, or if you meet in a parking lot to give them a cutting board, whatever,
Right.
it's money in the bank, man.
Yeah. So my first project was I sold it. I built it to sell. I watched Jay Bates' video on outdoor chairs, went and built them and posted them on Facebook. She staged them for me. She come on and wanted them. I was like, I gotta sell these. So she helped stage
You
them
really
up,
didn't let me keep them.
and there it went.
I think that was rude.
Yeah, I mean,
You should have let me keep them.
I think you've gotten a lot of stuff over the years.
but I think anybody could do it, right, Matt? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
That's awesome. What'd you say?
I said, I mean, anybody can do it. If you can
yeah.
make it, you can sell it. Like no problem.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people, and myself included, on certain things, you get this fear of failure or fear of people's not going to like it or think you're crazy or whatever. But it's just a lie. The fear is a liar, and so just if you put yourself out there and you practice your craft, you'll get good enough to sell that stuff.
Becca said, oh, it went away. It went away. Make it happen. Make it happen, Captain, is what she said.
Yeah.
Jeff Allred, Brother Riv, says, if money was no object, what planer would you buy under $1,500?
1,500 M.
That's out of my price range, man. I look at planers that are like 500.
He's got the 735 like I do, and his has been crapped out on him for the last couple of weeks. I think he found out that it was a switch, a $27 switch that he was able to replace and get it back up and running. But
wow, under $1,500, man. I would have to do some research on that. That's out of my price range.
If I was spending that, I'd be up there in the 20, 22 inch, 24 inch. If you can get one of those size, big one,
Grizzly or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really quick, let's welcome 2 new people to our One Before Supporter Club. One Before. We just had James T join, and then at the beginning of the show, actually before we even jumped on, we had H2 Woodshop join.
Awesome.
So,
thank you, man.
Welcome to both of you. Welcome to our One Before Supporter Club.
Speaking of H2, Mike, if you reach out to him, H2 Woodshop on Instagram, or look at any of my plans at the last page, he's the one that does the plans for us. You said, you said earlier you were.
Yeah, I might get with you on that if that's all right.
Yep.
Yeah. Miss Cheryl, the anchor represents the Bible verse that it comes from.
Hebrews 6:19.
Yeah, but technically, the reason we initially chose the anchor was because I had this tattoo. I don't know if y'all can see that. Turn it which way? That way? Mm-hmm. I had this tattoo done that says 0731, and it's got an anchor in it. And then we found that verse that we wanted to use, love as an anchor for the soul, hope an anchor for the soul. And so that's where it all come from.
It all ties together.
Yeah.
Question for Mike. Yeah. Are you teaching anyone in your family how to do woodworking?
Yeah, right now my son's working with me. He's helping picking up some of the slack right now. He's 22 and he seems to be liking it. He's been hopping around from restaurant to restaurant and he wanted a change of pace and I was backed up and we get along good, so we've just been going to town.
That's good, man. I need a couple of those in my shop.
It's good. It's only good if they want to learn. You know, if they're just doing it to help you out, then it's not quite the same. But he seems pretty eager. He likes calling out the tools by name. You know,
Yeah, that's good.
telling me what he knows. You know, yeah.
Tim Costello says, sales and marketing comment. Marketing is demand generation. Sales is demand fulfillment. Yes, I agree. Very much so.
That's
From the
that's
marketing.
cool.
Yeah, I have a marketing degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of going to waste, but I have.
Well,
I was the marketing student of the year when I graduated college.
Don
Nice.
Grundy says, trying to figure out what the public wants is hard. Have you found that to be true?
Yeah, because I mean, a little bit, but once you find something like, say, the farmhouse furniture or something, then they start coming to you with other ideas like, hey, can you make me a desk that looks like this? Or I noticed with the planter boxes. Oh, sorry, power tip time.
Yeah. Do you have a power tip for our viewers?
Well, I put him on the spot. You didn't tell him of that. Y'all, we didn't tell him. Power tip is be ready for anything.
Okay, yeah, right. I guess power tip. I would just say that you can do it, man. Anybody can do it. It's
right.
It's hard to take that leap of faith, but you don't have to quit your job. You can start selling stuff tomorrow, like for real.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
that's my
those stove covers for me was like I could still be selling those if I wanted to make them over and over and over. Like, and some people. There's a YouTuber.
No, that was good. 203. We loved it. Mike loved it.
Yeah, he likes surprises. There's a YouTuber who says, I think the video's like cutting board business overnight or something similar to that, and like got several million views on that video. But basically, he started making cutting boards, and all of a sudden, he's got a business. Like
yeah. Yep, I this desk that I'm making for this lady is a real estate agent, and guaranteed that she's going to get slipped a small cutting board with her desk. Because I heard that travel agents. Pardon me?
Have you watched Jeannie and Davis channel?
I know who they are. Yeah.
So they
yeah they're
with the real estate, and I don't remember the details, but basically now they've made several like bunches of cutting boards for the real estate agent who gives the real estate agent buys them from them, and then the real estate agent gives them to homeowners. So that may be another for you.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to do this. I mean, I've heard of a lot of people that take that approach, and a lot of I live in Amish country too, and so it's hard to compete with those guys, man. Their prices and everything, you know. But
that's awesome.
This Eli, one of the guys my mom got some of her furniture from, he was selling boxes to a real estate agent who was giving them to people, and it was out of state.
Really?
And he's an Amish guy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, how do they even communicate? Postcard? Something, you know?
That works.
But yeah, he was selling these boxes to a real estate agent, and the real estate agent was giving them as home warming gifts or whatever.
Yeah. That's right, Becca. Yeah. Chris Davos was that guy's name. Y'all can check him out. He's got 2 videos now on cutting board business overnight. I hadn't watched the follow-up.
Cool.
Thank you, Patriot Customs Chris. He's a new member.
I'm trying to get something.
203 Designs, welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm trying to get caught up now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the questions to make sure we miss nobody.
You got Patriot on there, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Chris, who is Chris Devos? Is the cutting board hobby turned business?
Yeah, I just said.
I wasn't listening to you at all. Oh,
excuse me.
Did you read that?
Mm-mm.
So he said, power tip, be brave.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you were saying. You know, just get out there and do it. And if it's considered bravery. I mean, I think it is. I think that you quitting your job to do this full time is bravery. I think him quitting his job to do it full time is bravery. So yeah.
Had a little bit of craziness too.
A little bit. So John asked a little while ago, how do you set your prices? Do you use some type of formula, or you just kind of, let's think about that? Should be about right.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I try to at least have an idea of what the materials are going to cost, and I try to think of every little nook and cranny.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't charge for screws or stuff like that, but I do consider the finish and the lumber, and from there I try to at least double my material cost for profit. So you're talking 3 times your material.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's smart or not, but right now it seems to be working for me.
Extra Mile Customs wants to know if you like pocket holes.
I love pocket holes. I did 3 pocket hole reviews.
Yeah, somebody said 4321 said, ask Mike how many pocket hole jigs Mike has.
All of them.
I think I got 5 or 6. I don't have the K5, but I have like the R3 and the little single ones. And
what new tools? Bassador Woodworking wants to know, what new tools are on your wish list? New tools. What do you want?
I really want a drum sander.
Yeah,
that would make, cutting boards, even the tabletops, if they were small enough, or if the drum sander is big enough to get half of it in there and then spin it around, because they usually have one open end.
Right.
That would probably be my best one. Bassador Woodworker is another good friend of mine that I met through doing the YouTube.
Jim Spikes wants to know, where do you get your wood and hardware?
I was afraid this was going to come up. I do I get a lot of stuff at the big box store still.
Mm-hmm.
I have some connections that do hardwoods and stuff, but I haven't been selling the hardwoods.
Really?
So I got to bite the bullet.
They like a lot.
Yeah, and I can't see trying to get pine from a mill and then trying to mill it myself. That just seems like the hours aren't worth the time you're going to save, or the money you'll save.
Right. So Mike L wants to know, has anyone come across an app that helps us keep track of the projects we're making for clients, to keep track of who's next, quoted, staying, etc.? So if y'all know of one, you can put it in the chat. I don't know.
That would be something really neat if there was an app for that. And I always told him when he did projects or builds for people, he doesn't really anymore. It would be cool if there was an app that you could send a link to the customer and they could see where you are in the process of their.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah. I mean, I've used QuickBooks before, and I'm considering using that again, because you can schedule appointments, you can take pictures of your receipts. You give the accountant your QuickBooks information and everything in there. It keeps track of everything.
Dwayne said that's called a book.
HC Woodshop says he uses a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I kind of use a spreadsheet in my own little way.
Trello. I've heard Trello is good for tracking projects. Somebody messaged me about that earlier this week about using Trello. So maybe something you can check out.
Yeah.
Okay, so something I want to do really quick. We do our sawdust spotlight every week, but really quick, while Mike's on here with us, I want to do a sawdust spotlight, so to speak, for some special people. So I'm going to call out some names. We have Becca Mayberry, Greg Hicks, Lloyd Wagner, Ronnie Wagner, Robert Tiller, Mike Weibel, Josh Graff, Christopher Nichols, Christopher McGurgan, Alfredo Amadio, Josh Perkins, Charles Prestridge. These guys are our moderators on our Facebook community, and they go way above and beyond because Matt and I are hardly ever on there. And then Mo is also one of our moderators. She tries to get on there as much as possible. So
Well,
we want to
typically,
say a
yep,
huge thank you to
it's
our
awesome.
moderators, especially if y'all are on here tonight.
Thank
Give
you.
yourself a pat on the back because you guys, we couldn't do it without you. That includes you, Mike.
Yeah, I
And so,
contribute very little.
so thank y'all so much for everything that you do. And then I want to pop a little picture up because we have somebody that I texted it to you.
You text me some
I did. I texted you a picture. I want you to put up on the screen real quick.
on purpose?
On purpose. So he's gonna pop a picture up for you real quick. This is Mo. If you don't already know, and most of you do, I can't even tell you how much this child does for us. All the time, without anybody ever even knowing, without ever wanting anything in return for it, without ever asking for anything. Sometimes not with a smile on her face, but sometimes with a smile on her face. But that kid does absolutely everything
She does a lot.
that she
A
can
lot.
to help make 731 work.
Yep.
So we just wanted to be to say a huge thank you to all of you, especially since Mike was on the tonight.
Yep.
Thank you to all
Thank
of you
you.
so much.
A lot of times I'll get that moderation alert and I'll click on it and it's already taken care of. Somebody's already got it.
Yeah.
So.
Like it's every time I see one and I click on it, it's gone. So you guys are awesome. Thank y'all so much. And since we're talking about that, Mike, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I apologize if you've already said this on here tonight because I get to reading and I don't listen to everything. Who is it that is your support? Who do you go to for support? Where
Okay. Yeah, right. I mean, right off the bat, my wife Dina
Yeah.
is taking care of me. She buys me tools for my birthday, my
Aw.
anniversary. She's gung ho. She's supporting me all the way. She has her own business. Her and my other son have a residential house cleaning business,
Oh.
and so it's really cool that sometimes they'll be home. We can have lunch. Sometimes a whole, and with my other son working here, it's like all four of us can have lunch. Sometimes it's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
my family is my rock right now.
Well, that's awesome because
Yeah.
I think a lot of times our subscribers or our viewers or whoever it is, they feel like they don't have any support until they find some of these communities, and so I'm glad that there's people like you out there who's offering support to people.
Oh yeah, anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a great, the Facebook and everything is such a great way to, I can't believe how everybody helps everybody. I think there was a time not that long ago when woodworkers were like tattoo artists and they didn't want to give away their secrets, where you buy your ink, where you do
Right.
this or how you do this. And
It's
now it's like they just spread the news.
Well, teachers, we always say we beg, borrow, or steal. That it's an old saying that it's been said for years because it's the truth. Teachers beg, borrow, and steal because it takes a village. Not everybody is going to have the exact same idea. Not everybody is going to think about what's best. And so I
Right.
think it's wonderful that people like you and like Matt are out there, trying to help others. There's a lot of stuff that he doesn't know sometimes, and so he reaches out. And our moderators, you guys, y'all talk to each other all the time and get advice from each other. The community does. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. We've got a little
Oh
YouTube chat too that
Mhm.
that we're all in, Married Man and
yeah.
321
And
Mike and several of us in there.
Aw, thank you. Becca said coffee from Mike this time.
That's awesome.
I got my coffee.
Aw. But
So I said in one of a previous video not that long ago that there's a saying, and I don't know where it came from, but it said that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. And
That's good.
so I that like that struck me as like I've been waiting 20 years to start this business. What if I did this 20 years ago when I was in my prime? Like I could be really booming right now.
You never know.
And
You
so
never,
Paul
like,
Mood said it stole, STOLE, acronym, Strategic Transfer of Logistics and Equipment.
that's awesome.
right.
Doug McOwen says, massive respect to you two gentlemen on making your passions your business. I'd shave my head in appreciation of the inspiration, but I cannot rock a bald head as handsomely as you two. I didn't even notice that both of you were bald. I didn't even make that connection.
That's awesome.
It's awesome, Doug.
Doug, you might never know. Don't knock it till you
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
Dig
Yeah, right.
says, hey guys, love your channel. Beginner woodworker, a welder by trade. Awesome.
Sweet, because you can really. I got a couple friends from the fabricating side, and we're thinking about doing some of those. Like Rockler's got these 1.5 inch table legs that are made out of steel,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like square tubing or whatever. And I know that my friends could make those probably cheaper than you could buy them at Rockler. And so we're thinking about doing some collaboration there.
Yeah.
Hey, David Hoyt. Welcome in. God bless you.
Yep.
Mr. Jackie said y'all are rocking the Bald Head Club.
The Fix Build That did a walnut desk, I think, with metal legs, and it's like a really big video for him, but it's got the wireless charging in the desk. But mixing those, especially like walnuts and stuff, mixed with that dark colored metal, like that's a good project.
Yeah, I have probably 150-year-old walnut tree that got struck by lightning last year in my backyard, and I've been trying to find somebody to come in with a portable sawmill and get it down. I want to make my wife a kitchen table out of the tree that's in the backyard.
Goodness.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayne said, open a teacher show. Everybody's liking the Bald Men's Club.
That's right.
Paul Moo called it BMC, Bald Man's Club. David Corliss is Team Bald Head.
Bunch of us in here.
Tim Costello said God made a couple of perfect heads, the rest covered with hair. So,
that's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Digologist says that he can fab his own table legs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's the plans? What's the future going to look like for 716?
Well, I'm hoping that I can keep producing videos, hopefully some more build videos, and I just want to keep on keeping on. Power is good for me right now, starting off. I know that you can grow too fast, and I definitely don't want to do that where I start hiring people and then the bottom falls out, you know? So I just want to keep on keeping on as long as I can. And, you know, I'll try to keep doing the YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
that's fun.
It's unsought advice, but
it's just woodcraft.
You're making money and getting orders on the woodworking side. I wouldn't so much concern myself too much with YouTube at this point. You know, I mean, if it's a passion of yours, obviously chase it, but I would focus on the business. And once that gets moving, especially just 4 months in, you got to get your feet under you. And then you know, once you get a year in, 2 years in, for one, you'll be more efficient, and you may wind up having an employee or two, and then you can actually make videos as you go, you know.
Pasquale DeMarzo painted his door green.
Yes. That is awesome. So 203 Designs wants to know why are some of the names green. Those are channel members.
And then blue are moderators.
Blue are moderators.
Mm-hmm. And Mo says also because green is superior, save the green door.
Hey.
What?
That is awesome. So, green door and channel members' names are green. That can't be a question.
Right. Good night, Miss Cheryl. Oh my goodness! Some of these. 4321 says Mike is the next Stumpy Nubs.
Stubby Nubs.
Stubby. I think he meant Stubby Nubs, but he put Stumpy Nubs.
Mike, what? Somebody asked earlier, and I missed the question. I just now remembered it. Somebody wanted to know if there's a project you've built that you're like, I don't ever want to build that again.
Oh, I did remember saying that.
No, I don't think so. I love it, man. I can't think of one that, you know, I mean, some have given me fits, but it's usually when I deviate from the pattern.
All right.
You know, I made my wife a jewelry box, and I started off with this pattern. And I said, "Well, I'm gonna put these doors on the side," and man, turned out to be a nightmare, but it came out all right. Third try, whatever.
Oh,
But I try to make drawings at least of all my everything I make.
Mm,
Because the day you say I'm not going to make this again, someone will order it.
20 orders. Yep.
okay. So they're
Yeah.
asking about the states. I've not called those out yet.
Yeah.
So if y'all don't know,
Oh,
call the
One more,
states
one more
since they're
question, real
asking.
quick. One more question.
What? You don't have to get off with it.
I know. What do you what
Thank
do you
you,
say
married
sells
man.
bigger projects? What do you say sells better? Bigger projects like tables, etc., or small things? And it's covered up. I can't see it. Cutting
oh,
boards
like
and stuff.
cutting boards. Yeah. So the tables right now are hot for me. Any kind of table, the end tables, coffee tables, side tables, dining tables, benches, that kind of stuff right now seems to be going hot. But I do sell a ton of stuff at the consignment store, but that's all, like weekend stuff that I can batch out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I make these little wine bottle things that hold some wine glasses that go on top of your bottle of wine and
Right.
stuff like that. You can really batch them out in
Mm-hmm.
a weekend, and I'll put them up at the store, and they'll go eventually.
You know what I would love for him to attempt making is a I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're the wall organizer things. It's like an angled pocket that you can put mail and
A
stuff
mail
like that.
sorter like thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that I think that would be something good and easy you could sell like on Etsy because
Mm-hmm.
you can customize them and stuff. But
There's tons of.
sure.
yeah, I mean, I know, but
What do you? What was your most expensive fail?
Oh, I'm going through that one right now. Well, kind of. I didn't want to bring this up, but I sold a table, and I think it was 60 inches, and I made the mistake of not confirming with the customer. I had sent her pictures, and everything was okay. And when I got it there, they loved it. And then that night, she said, "Well, we really wanted an 80-inch table."
Oh,
And I mean, 20 inches is a huge
yeah.
difference. So
But
they're
God,
going to keep the stand, and I'm just going to make a new tabletop
uh,
for it. Luckily, she said she would pay the difference, and hopefully I can use that tabletop for another
yeah.
build.
Mm,
yeah, something he did for me. I don't know if it would work for anything you're doing. But he took I made a change to my podium and he took that top and made it was smaller or something. We did
mm,
something else and put it on something smaller and it was a really quick, easy fix to
right.
that. So hopefully you'll have something that
Well, yeah, and with the consignment store, I might as well just
yeah,
build a table for the top that I
right,
have and take it up there,
exactly.
because that's kind of like my fallback on, and it's pretty much half done if the
Right.
tabletop's already done.
Uh,
So,
you could do it as a desk table, all kinds, different
yeah,
things
Yeah.
that you could put it with.
4, 3, 2, 1.
yeah, so I won't
How about
make
a,
that mistake.
how about a YouTube video on a consignment shop? What it looks like, how it works, what you sell there.
Oh, that would be a
That
good
would be a
video.
good.
Oh, I mean, it's a good idea. The only thing is the place that I use right now is an antique shop,
Mm,
and she likes the rustic furniture, so she lets me put it in there. Um, but from what everything I've heard, she runs it a little bit differently. I pay a monthly fee, and I keep all the profits. So
uh,
I have to pay my rent, but I keep 100% of the profits. And I think a lot of places charge you a percentage.
yeah, a lot of them do get a percentage. You have to pay rent plus they
Mm-hmm.
take a percentage.
Right. So
10.
I'll do a little more research on that, though. That's a great idea.
Yep, I think that would be a
So
good
yeah,
video.
the people are liking that
I
idea.
think that would be a good video for you. I think it would do well.
Ben
Yeah,
W37 says, "What platform do you make most of your sales?"
definitely Facebook ads.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Not the marketplace, but I'll run an
Yeah.
ad. And I think I still spend about $3 a day for my 50 miles. And I could be wrong, but I think it puts it out to about 1,000 people a day
Mm-hmm.
for
Oh.
$3.
Greg Popel wants to know what % do consignment shops take. I think that's going to be based on the
Yeah,
shop,
it'll
right?
be on the shop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I could do a little more research and see what we can come up with that because I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's an interesting video, and you wouldn't have to build anything, so you could, I think it would be a good video.
All right, really?
Yeah.
Let me yell these states out.
Go.
Because they're waiting on them.
Go.
Go, 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 go. Florida, Kentucky, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, New Zealand, Wisconsin, Virginia, California, Missouri, Pennsylvania, New York, Tennessee, Massachusetts, Utah, England, Louisiana, Iowa, Texas, New Jersey, Colorado, Mississippi, Illinois, Canada, Arkansas, Minnesota, Connecticut, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, Arizona, Maine, Vermont, Georgia, Hawaii, Indiana, and the House of 731.
The House
Nice.
of Mo.
Mo said that.
There was no Mississippi?
I said Mississippi,
Well,
right?
you
there.
always save it for last. So
I know, I do normally, but I saved Mo's for last.
So Digologist wants to know, how does a beginner get their name out there with their first projects? I think what you're doing with Facebook would be a good idea. You can chime in on that. But if they got to
Delaware,
make them a Facebook page, business page, and then start promoting like you're doing, I think that would get your name out there pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, I get a lot of followers on Instagram. I haven't really figured out a lot about Instagram yet. That's one of my weaker points too.
I've tried ads on Instagram and they, to me, don't perform at all. And now Instagram's changing their algorithm as of 2 weeks ago, and they're basically changing from a photo sharing app to a video app. So if you're not making videos, you won't be prioritized as much.
Oh, huh. Yeah, well, that's probably why I'm not following along too much.
Okay, so I've added Oregon, St. Martin, and Delaware. And I did say Alabama and New Jersey, y'all. So Miss D says, thank you for sharing this. Been here listening, but taking care of her 98-year-old husband.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Congratulations. That's
Chris's workshop wants to know, do you sell on Etsy?
I don't yet. I'm waiting for Matt's program. I got to pass the program first. I don't know enough about it to dabble in it. So I might try it, when you put together your beginner series.
It's on the list.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. I know how it is.
He's got to get to that, though. 203 Designs wants to know, do you still have the first project you made? Or built? Not made, built.
I don't.
But my first project.
But I tell you what, my mother's house, my brother's house, my kids' houses, this house is full of stuff that I made.
Ours is too. We're the same way.
Bryson just made it just in time to see my beard growth.
Hold on, Miss D changed it. My husband's 98-year-old grandmother. LOL.
God.
I was making your husband really old, Miss D. But hey, that's still cool.
We care for my 76-year-old father-in-law, and 2 weeks ago he took a digger down the stairs and broke his wrist and his ankle. So he's in rehab right now.
My goodness.
Oh goodness, that's awful. Prayers.
Yeah.
Woo. Who did you say just made it here, Bryson?
Bryson, he was checking out my sweet beard.
Made it just in time to notice Matt's gross beard out.
2 weeks, bro. 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't remember if I said this on the members only, if I told y'all or not. I think it was members only.
Yeah, it was members only.
Okay, so our 19-year-old son, he's going bald already. He took after his daddy. I ordered him. It's this stuff called thinning therapy from Lange, and if you want your hair to grow, order the stuff. Anyway, he's used it for about a month, and all of his hair's growing in. And his hairdresser told us this week, she's like, what are y'all using? His hair is really growing. And so he started using it on his face because his hair kind of grows with
like mine,
like this, kind of, but he can grow more than his daddy can. And so he started using it on his beard. So now Matt has started using it on his beard, trying to make it grow. So I grabbed some and I put it between his eyebrows. So he got me back and he put it between mine. So in a week or two, if we both have one big unibrow, y'all are going to know what happened. Yes. So
excellent.
Sorry. Tangent alert. Tangent alert.
What's your favorite project to make? Do you have a favorite?
I like the farmhouse stuff. It's selling right now, and so it's easy to have a smile on your face when you're making something that's already sold,
That's right. What do you
But I
do
did
with
notice
old
that you
tools?
called it too.
Somebody wants to
Go
know
ahead.
what you do with your old tools once you replace them. Usually, if mine are old, they're done for.
Right.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I still have a couple of old tools, but I don't do much with them.
Yeah,
They're not worth donating to somebody because they're not really worth anything.
yeah, that's the way mine are. So I bought a new circular saw this week and retired the old borrowed one that my dad let me borrow 4.5 years ago. I kept it. He gave it to me, and but I couldn't get the nut off to change the blade anymore. I was like, gosh, I did not want to buy one of those things, man.
Right.
And then I also,
Yeah.
man, I sometimes it's like stuff like that. It's like I just don't want to buy that. I want to buy something else.
Right. And that's why, I mean, I have a lot of inexpensive tools and stuff, but I take a pretty good care of them. And I mean, I'll wear them out until they don't work. Like my DeWalt drills now are starting to, 3, 4 pocket holes and it's dead. And
Yeah.
so it's like, well, I got a new set of drills, but I still don't want to get rid of those.
Okay, they're all gonna know the name of this hair stuff now. I
It's on
know
the
this is
screen.
off topic. I'm sorry. It's from Lange. Lange is it's I didn't realize they had such great thinning hair products and men's products and even products for animals. Um, but the stuff works, and our hairdresser was like, "Y'all need to order more of that." So there you go.
Mike, what do you do for dust collection right now?
I know, Mo.
A shop vac and a broom and a
Yeah,
dustpan.
that's what I'm using. Somebody was asking, said, love the videos. New to woodworking, setting up a garage workshop. I'm worried about all the fine dust. Do you recommend a way to clean, dispose of dust,
They're
or
all saying
ventilate the
change
garage?
it.
So I actually today ordered a Laguna dust extractor. What's that thing called? Anyway, it's like a dust collection. That's it. A Laguna dust collection with also an air filtration thing that mounts to the ceiling. I think
Bye,
Wind sells
Damon.
one, but I think it was Easy Swan that done a video comparing some dust ventilation things that like for woodworking versus a box fan with a filter on it. And the box fan
Right.
with the filter was doing just as good. So
Yeah, I think my neighbor gave me one of those ones that hangs from the ceiling with a furnace filter in it or
right,
whatever. And it works pretty good. It says on the side that it moves 500 square feet a minute.
really.
And my shop is 250 square feet, but I would say within a couple minutes it's pretty much cleaned up. But it lands everywhere. It doesn't suck everything up.
That's what. So I ordered the one from Laguna, and it's supposed to filter the air 23 times per hour in the shop. It'll totally circulate the air.
Right,
Plus,
right.
I got the Laguna P P Flux One, so it's 110 volt. It's the same as Brother Riv's got. Basically, I used his recommendation. That was good, and so this is be my first dust collection. The only reason I wanted it, the only reason I got it is because I got an air conditioner / heater for the shop, and I want to be able to keep the door closed in the summer. And to do that, I need clean air. Yeah, and
No, you
Right.
really get your air conditioner.
no, it delivered Friday of last week, and it was the wrong one.
So
After
he had to refuse
I
delivery.
had to refuse delivery, and they're supposed to bring the correct one this Friday. So it's a process. It's a process.
Just in time to use the heating function.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all right. I ain't afraid to sweat. That don't bother me.
Okay.
Right.
Dwayne Smith says, if you buy rough cut lumber, how thick does it need to be to get 1-inch finished wood?
At least
5/4.
5/4. At least that's inch
At
and a
least,
quarter.
yeah.
Yeah, inch and a quarter. So 5/4 board is what they're going to call it at a hardwood store. So you're going to get, which will be an inch and a quarter, and then you can mill that down to 1 inch.
Okay, Wayne, is baldness really a maternal trait? Because if so, I don't know how that happened because baldness does not run in my family at all.
Well,
No.
William's bald,
No, he's not. He's got
like thinning.
Yeah, now.
Oh,
He's
I don't know.
flashing
Yeah.
his.
I started going bald in my
Yeah.
20s. That's why I started shaving my head.
So silly. And then let's see, we had John wanted to know, are you worried about bothering neighbors? Because he is.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, we've got neighbors.
I don't think it's ever bothered them though. They've never said anything, but we're not. Mike, are you real close to any neighbors when you woodwork?
I do have a neighbor on either side of me, but like I said, it's a farming community, and so I did get a complaint last week about my chickens going off rooster at
That's
1 o'clock in the morning or something. I asked the guy, I said, "What do you want me to do?" And he said, "I don't know."
I mean, what do you do about that, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
4321. Yes, that's the one I got. The P-Flux 1 cycle.
We don't really have that problem though, John. So.
However,
Yeah, I don't either. But like I said, I work 8 in the morning till 6:30.
Right.
And I mean, if I have to, I could stay in the shop later, but I haven't been. I've been trying to stick to my schedule.
Doug, you didn't. Don't apologize for that. I loved our bald conversation tonight, so don't apologize.
So
good night, Mr. Jim C.
Just for anybody asking about the dust collection, it's back ordered. I ordered today, but it will not be delivered until like November 25th. It's that far back ordered. Like they're way.
Now, do you have to like pipe your whole garage?
No, so I'm gonna order some flex hoses. They're like 10 or 20-foot flex hoses that you connect to it. What happens? It's got a 6-inch port on there, but it comes with a splitter. It's a Y that's got 2 4-inch ports. So you can use that to take it and connect to the table saw, the jointer, the plane, whatever you're using, the big tools. And then it also has one you can use as like a shop vac, basically.
Cool.
Brother Riv, is that what you did? Is that how you bought your neighbors off?
That's how you do it right there. You give them a cutting board or a charcuterie board.
For real.
End table.
That's a great idea.
They'll overlook the late night noise. Now we know his secret. That is so funny. Wait, it's after 8. Did you know that?
Nope. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, man. I kept him too late.
I'm so
sorry.
All right. We loved having
you. Thank you so much.
Though.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You guys have been a big inspiration to me and the whole community. So happy to be here. This was really fun.
Go back and read through some of the comments because people, they absolutely love you. They love your videos. They've been showing love for it. It's awesome. Awesome.
Very cool.
We have the best community.
Very best.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. And really quick, for those listening, will you tell people where your name came from, the 716?
Oh, sorry. That's the area code here in Buffalo, 716.
Awesome.
And so there's a lot of 716 stuff around. In fact, I think I'm going to try to start using the CNC to bang out some of the 716 because this is Buffalo Bills country, and everybody loves their 716 out here.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is.
Yeah.
Man, we really appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Man, thanks so much for having me. Sorry I couldn't be in the shop. I'm upstairs in the spare bedroom because I got dogs too.
Hey, nothing ever goes as planned for us. So
yeah, we just roll.
Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, though.
Have a good night, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Okay, guys. So for the rest of you on here,
be sure to go.
Thank you so much for your love and support of Mr. Mike. He was a wonderful guest to have.
If you want to subscribe to his YouTube channel,
yes,
the link is in the description of this video. To go to 7. There we go. Hey, how you doing? Go to 716 Woodworks YouTube channel.
Stop yelling at me.
Go to 716 YouTube channel.
He's yelling, y'all.
Click that subscribe button.
Woo! So here's what I want to say really quick. If you want to come onto our show, like Mr. Mike did tonight, please let us know. Reach out to us and let us know that. And yes, I know we went off on some tangents. Tangent alert. For showing us our tangent alert. I love tangents, though. Oh, so many of you are subscribing. That's awesome. Our other Mr. Lloyd, only 80 people didn't hit the like button.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's not too bad. Thank you, married man. Yes. Pasquale, thank you. Already subscribed. Mr. Lloyd Wagner did.
If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask now. For me.
Go ahead. And Miss Lisa Easley and somebody else earlier said that they would love to have somebody like Steve Ramsey on.
Yep. I don't know. how willing he would be to come on, but he'd be a great guest to have.
Said tangents can be fun.
I like tangents.
I love tangents.
It's kind of how we roll around here. We'll be talking about one thing, and the next thing you know, we're over there, and then we come back to that later. Maybe a couple
Brother
hours later.
Riv says that he'll share his knowledge for a $50,000 sign-in bonus.
Hey,
can we do that on credit?
Yeah, you do take credit or a check.
What if we drove to Texas and gave you a big old hug? Thank you, JK. Says love watching your videos.
Thank you. So this, for your information, viewing pleasure. Thursday, the new video comes out, and it's about making my first cutting boards. I made 4 at one time. So you can check that out, and then that'd be cool. I would appreciate it.
John said he hit it 14 times.
So the cutting boards come out nice. No.
Huh? Sorry.
What'd you?
Palmetto. No, Palmetto Life Creations. I was answering. 731 is not our zip code, our area code. I mean, 731 is our anniversary, July 31st. Mm-hmm. Now, what were you saying?
I don't know what you were saying.
You were saying something about the cutting boards. We're not over. We still in here. I don't know what you're doing.
I heard y'all say goodbye.
No, come here.
Say goodbye to Mike.
We say goodbye to Mr. Mike. Come on.
What was after
y'all see?
Cuddle wants to be on the channel.
See this big old fat thing? He misses us so bad. Close that door. We'll keep this one. You keep that one. Oh man, she left us the loud one.
Thank you, Doug.
What are you doing for your anniversary? So we're gonna go on a date night and eat oysters. That's what we're doing for our anniversary this year.
Yep.
Lord willing.
Bro, don't lick me.
Yeah, this dog.
Thank you, Humble Barn.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, they come out good.
They did.
They come out good.
They did.
I was pleasantly surprised. But the kits made it easy. So if I was, I don't know that I would enjoy milling down all of the cutting boards like that style where you got to cut them in little strips and do all that, or even end grain cutting boards like Brother Riv makes. Like that's a lot of work. And but it come out really nice. I was actually happy the way it come out. If y'all want to see a picture, I'll show you real quick.
Jason Wallace wants to know if there are any local sawmills around Pine Bluff.
I'm sure there are. I know we got a couple here in Monticello. But if you're looking for like hardwoods, check out, I think it's Lestine Hardwood in Little Rock. So it's only about a 20, 30-minute drive for you. That would be a good place. It's already milled, so you'll be able to get dried, milled hardwood there at good prices from what I understand.
Mark Garrison, this year marks 21 years for us.
Yeah, boo. 21 years.
21. What?
21 happy year.
Stacy said 731.
That's awesome.
Is his area code. What were you putting on there?
Cutting boards.
Oh.
Hold on. This is how they come out. And they're awesome.
They are awesome.
That was all made from those kits, y'all. I'm telling you. That's the way to go. Mm-hmm. It was already cut to size, 1.5 inches thick, edge grain cutting boards. All kinds of exotics in there. Got some Mora, some Bloodwood, some Purple Heart, Wingay. Sure. So if y'all want to, y'all be able to see them on the video, how I made them and everything, how they did well. So it was really good. I like making them. What are you doing? Counting? Or are you looking for a steak?
We had 35 of the U.S. states on here tonight.
Dang, that's pretty good.
And then we had other places.
All right, new goal. So, I got to go write that on my board. All 50 states on the live stream at one time.
Yeah, that's what somebody was just asking. Jason was, have we had someone from every state in one show yet? So
I don't think so.
I'm not quite sure. I know that we've come really close sometimes. So
Hanley's.
I said North Carolina on there. It was in there.
Hanley's Homestead. The kits cost $60 plus whatever I think it's $20 something shipping to you. Plus it comes with a bottle of glue, so you can actually glue it up. All you technically need is some clamps to clamp it up with, and then a way to sand it.
Hey, Steven says 21 years together. Now we're legal in all states.
Every state.
What?
Thank you, Bryce.
Let's see. Steve says, what time is Steve Mallory, what time is the Thursday session? Are you talking about the video releases?
So the video releases at 11 a.m. Central Time Thursday. We don't do we do live streams only on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. Well, kept y'all long enough.
I was going to say, we've really kept y'all. We got Mississippi on there, Josh. I
Uh,
got Missouri, Ancient Tom.
there's a name you like to say. Rubberintip.
No, you totally messed that up. He
Rubber
says you
Rimped.
can call him Rob, but it's Robin Rimpt.
Robin Rimpt.
No,
I don't know.
I don't say it right.
I don't know.
You're not listening. You don't say it right.
I don't know if that's cheap or not. That's probably a question for somebody else. I haven't looked into buying. You could probably, if you bought enough material to buy every piece in there, like Purple Heart, Wingate, Bloodwood. Like there's one of them has a bunch of exotics in there. So if you bought all of those boards, you're going to spend a good chunk of change, and then you mill those down. You could probably make more than one board and wind up returning the money better than you could just buying a kit.
Bye, Miss Stephanie. Love y'all. So somebody asked where you can get the cutting board kits.
WTGhardwoods.com.
Yes. Who was that asked? Tom K asked.
I'll throw it on the screen for y'all.
Did you see what David put on there? David Hoyt. I'm looking to build a prayer kneeler with a top to hold the Bible. Can you help with that? That's so cool.
That would be a cool project, but I'd have to research it.
Yeah.
Joe Foster wants to know if he can recommend a good wood stretcher. Personally, I don't have one. I would love to have one. If anybody out there has one, I would buy it from you.
203 wants to know if you would consider doing a live tutorial on a small project.
I thought about it, but the issue would be it would be long. Like even a smaller project would be in a couple of hours at least, I would think. What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, because he has to stop and eat popcorn.
I don't eat popcorn during that. Sometimes I come in and get a snack. Maybe some yogurt, some granola mixed in.
I like the way Lloyd Wagner said, Lisa, where you at? Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Xavier, in the Army. Thank you for your service.
Yep, thank you.
It's awesome. Somebody said 2-hour special tonight, so I think we better let y'all go.
Yep, before everybody falls asleep on us.
Oh, my goodness.
Mike L., I drink coffee and water. Coffee and water. All right, man. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank y'all. Thanks for hanging with us.
Have a good night.
Good night.